In this module, we are going to examine learning from failures and the strength that we can gain from failures. We want to understand how we can learn from others' mistakes and failures, and we'll identify some resources for you to share in learning from others' failures. If you examine this picture, you'll see a bridge spanning some running water. And if you look at one of the supports for the bridge, you'll see that it's in the process of eroding. In other words, this bridge is going to fail. Now, when this goes into the water, engineers will fall upon the site and they will examine the wreckage of the bridge and make a determination as to exactly what happened for this bridge and how it failed. They'll write a report, and that report will be circulated to other civil engineers so that they might learn how to not repeat the same mistake. If you'll refer to the URL listed on this slide, you'll find a video of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge as it failed in the 1940s. And what you'll see is a bridge that was not designed to withstand the conditions that it found itself in and which failed spectacularly. This video, originally in 1940, is in wide circulation as is studied by almost every engineering or physics student in the study of vibration or harmonics. And they learn to design around this particular problem, this structural problem, if you will, and to not repeat that mistake. In the computer security world, we typically find this to be difficult, but failure is everywhere. Bridges, buildings collapse, trains collide, airplanes crash, and in all of these cases, engineers will study the accident, study the failure, document the poor decisions or design flaws that existed, and circulate those reports so that they will not be repeated by other engineers in the future. In security, this isn't as common, and we need to work to make it more common. Nobody really wants to announce their failures, but we need to, particularly within government, share our failures with each other so that others, our peers and colleagues, don't repeat the same mistakes. Some resources that help with this, some of these we've already mentioned. The OWASP Top 10 is a catalog of vulnerabilities and of failures. Study it. Study the root causes. Study the sample code. Don't repeat the mistakes. The CVE is a list of failures, specific documented flaws that have existed in software and have been exploited, for the most part, by attackers. Each of the mobile platforms' developer's website contains links for common programming errors and how to avoid them. Study these links. And don't forget Google. A simple search for vulnerability disclosures will return numerous listings and articles talking about them. Continue to use Google. Because of the nature of this information, they tend to move around on the web, so I can't provide you any static resources. Another resource is a report from the IEEE Computer Society titled Avoiding the Top 10 Software Security Design Flaws. Remember when we talked about the software development, security development, system development, or service development lifecycle, we talked about the importance of incorporating security as a primary design requirement in the first phase and at all phases of the development lifecycle. In the design phase, there are common mistakes that can be made that build flaws in by design. So the IEEE Computer Society assembled a group of experts, and they studied this problem, written a white paper that lists the top 10 design flaws. Study this paper. The URL is provided. Read the details, but don't repeat these mistakes. The 11th point is mine. Get involved. Get involved in the development lifecycle. If you're not included, include yourself as a security professional in the development life cycle as early as you can. Thank you.